The Blue Jays bring out the big bats in this one, and they slug their way to an 8-5 victory over the Boston Red Sox. Now, Ryan Borucki was on the mound getting the start, and as we talked about in yesterday's video, we said how Borucki, had one really bad start in his young career, and that was against the Red Sox. Today, I wouldn't say it was a whole lot different. Maybe he was a little bit better, but he went 5 innings, gave up 9 hits, 4 runs, walked 3, and struck out 2. ERA jumped from 2.30 to 2.81, but that's what happens when you haven't thrown a lot of innings in the big leagues. It's going to jump like that on a bad start. But he picks up the victory in the end. Now, the story of today's game was obviously youngster Ryan Borucki, but it got stolen in the top of the 9th inning by Boston Red Sox right fielder Mookie Betts. Now, I know, guys, a lot of Jays fans really dislike the Red Sox, and I understand that. Nobody likes the Yankees, and it's the way it is. But what I have to do is credit Mookie Betts for this type of season he's putting together. First off, he hits for the cycle today with the home run in the top of the 9th inning. He goes, 4 for 4 in this game with 2 runs scored, an RBI, a home run, and a walk. I mean, he's in .347 with a .434 on-base percentage. I mean, he's got, 27 home runs, almost 30 doubles, 93 runs scored, almost 60 RBIs. But the only reason he doesn't have the big RBI total is because he's in the number 1 hole. He is fantastic. I just wanted to throw that out there. As much as I am a Blue Jays fan, got to give credit where credit is due. He is a fantastic player. But for the Blue Jays, they got the most offense in this game. Things didn't start off too great, though, for Ryan Borucki early on. Top of the first, Eduardo Nunez. It's a 2-run single to right field, and it's 2-0 Red Sox, just like that. But as we talk about over and over, as Jays fans, we hate when teams score in the next half inning. The Red Sox probably didn't like us in this sense, as Justin Smoke hits an RBI single to right field. Curtis Granderson comes in to score, cutting the lead in half, making it 2-1. Crazy thing coming into this game, guys. Rick Porcello, we always talk about pitchers and players having, good times against certain teams and then being absolutely atrocious against everybody else. Or, being great against everybody and being garbage against one certain team. It's more or less the Blue Jays versus the Rays in general. But Rick Porcello coming into the game, 14-4 with a 3.84 earned run average. He's been great, So let's go back to his last start against the Blue Jays the day after that, or his start after. 6 innings of no-run ball. Yeah, he gets roughed up in Minnesota, 5 2/3 of 4 runs. Then a complete game against the New York Yankees, giving up 1 hit and 1 run, striking out 9. But in between those 3 starts, on the outskirts of those 3 starts, he faced the Blue Jays twice. And on July 13th, he gave up 7 hits and 8 runs. That was also against Ryan Borucki, and walked 4 guys. He was awful in only 2 innings of work. Today, not much different. Goes 4 innings, gives up 6 hits, 7 runs, and walks 3. He's just not very good against the Toronto Blue Jays. That's the way it is. And people saying, well, if he's not great against the Blue Jays, Ryan Borucki's just not so great against the Red Sox. He has not even played a full month he's played over a full month into this season. Hasn't played half a year. He's 24. There's no need to start saying that stuff about the Boston Red. Look, they're a great team, but Borucki is a great young pitcher. He could find a way to sign me that offense at some point in his young career, right? We'll find out at some point. So let's get back to the scoring here. Still in the bottom of the first, a couple batters later, Randall Grichuk hits it was grounded into a fielder's choice, and Devin Travis comes in to score on the play. So the Blue Jays have tied the game up in the bottom half. You give up 2 in the top half, making it 2-0. Then you tie it in the bottom half, making it 2-2. All right, we're right back in the ball game. We go to the bottom of the second inning, and on a fielding error, it was a fielder's. It was obvious. So Kevin Pillar was safe at first base on a fielder's choice plus an error by Eduardo Nunez at third base, meaning Russell Martin comes in to score, and the Jays have taken the lead 3-2. All right, then we go to the bottom of the third. The next inning, Teoscar Hernandez, an 0-1 pitch up and in, and he hits it the other way, and it just barely clears the yard, going into, I think it was in the first row of the bleachers, seats, whatever you want to call them. And Hernandez, he's hit a ton of home runs. 18 home runs for him on the year. I know, guys, strikeouts and batting average has dropped off for him a little bit, but he still has that power to every part of the field. Not a lot of players do have that. And the Jays have a 4-2 lead at this point. This is great. Then Ryan Borucki, however, falls into some trouble. 5th inning, JD Martinez. It's a solo shot, making it a 4-3 game. Then Eduardo Nunez gets on, and things get all crazy, and Brock Holt ends up singling to center field. Eduardo Nunez comes in to score, and we're tied again at 4. But as we've said already in this video and all season long, in the next half inning, you'll want to put up a 0. And Porcello goes out there and can't get an out. All right? Devin Travis singles to lead off that inning. Then Justin Smoak hits an opposite field gap double in left center. He always torches the ball off of Rick Porcello. Continues to do it here. Travis comes in to score. The Jays have the lead right back. It's 5-4. And we ain't done just yet. Justin Smoak obviously on base. Randall Grichuk at the dish. 2-2 count. Fastball down the juice. Where was it? Middle. That's all it was at 92 miles an hour, and he crushes it. A laser beam to left field, and it's gone. 2-run shot. Jays lead 7-4. So after you give up 2 and you tie the ball game, and the next half you're like, I'm going to one-up ya, and we score 3 and take a 7-4 advantage. That's great. Then we go to the bottom of the 6th inning with Granderson on second base. Devin Travis singles to left field. Granny Man comes in to score. Obviously, Travis gets thrown out at second base, but the run comes in to score. That's the main thing. The Jays got the 8-4 lead. And like I said, top of the 9th, Mookie Betts hits that home run. The guy's he's a freak. He's an amazing player. And he caps off the day for the Blue Jays. Yeah, he hit for the cycle, but they lost. And as for Jays fans, we did not get swept by the Boston Red Sox. That is a positive in my books. All right, let's run through the guys real quick here. Devin Travis stays red hot. He was an 0-for-8 going into the game, but don't worry. 2-for-3 in the ball game. He his average up to 250 now. Justin Smoak stays red hot. He was 3-for-4 in the game, averaging up to 265 with a 370 on-base percentage. Justin Smoak has been fantastic for the Toronto Blue Jays. Grichuk 1-for-4, raising his average to 230. Well, I think it stayed at 234. Solarte 1-for-4. Hernandez 1-for-4. Diaz continues to rip the baseball. He was 2-for-4. His average up to 264, guys. Him and Justin Smoak are right at the top of the Blue Jays. In the Blue Jays organization for batting average. Diaz, out of all people, he's having a great run here, hitting the ball out of the ballpark on the road, coming home and continuing to hit very, very well. He's done great. Now let's run through the pitching real quick. Borucki didn't have a great game, but he picks up the victory, his second win of his young career. And Jaime Garcia comes out for the next inning, and that's where I kind of shook my head a little bit. I'm like, okay, that's a very interesting move. You have the 6th inning to get through here, and I understand that's been an issue. I was kind of expecting Danny Barnes to possibly come out in that situation, but Garcia does come out, goes an inning, walks a batter, but that's it. Clean inning job there. Then Tyler Clippard comes out in the 7th inning, and a lot of people wanting his head because he hasn't been the greatest this year, but he goes a clean inning and strikes out a batter. Ryan Tepera comes out in the 8th inning. A lot of people wanting his head because of his play as of late. He goes a clean inning, no hits, no walks, no strikeouts, no nothing. Clean job there. And then Ken Giles comes out in the top of the 9th inning, gives up the solo shot to Mookie Betts, but strikes out 2, and that's the ball game. So guys, look at this. The bullpen has been very inconsistent for the Blue Jays. We know that. But in the final 4 innings of this ball game, the Blue Jays bullpen gives up 1 hit and 1 walk. And the 1 hit was the home run in an 8-4 game in the 9th. Didn't mean anything, other than, obviously, being the cycle. I thought the bullpen did a great job. After Ryan Borucki had a shaky start, the bullpen came in and just really quieted everything down and got the job done as the Jays won 8-5. Beautiful. Exactly what you want to see. Now, the Blue Jays take on the Tampa Bay Rays, at Rogers Center starting tomorrow night for a 3-game series. Oh, is it a 3-gamer? Yes, it is. Game 1 goes tomorrow. Marco Estrada on the mound for the Blue Jays, coming off his amazing last start. We look to see him continue that tomorrow. Game 2 of the series, Sam Gaviglio on the mound. He's been rough over the last little while. He looks to rebound after quite a few rough starts. And in the finale of the series on Sunday, Marcus Stroman rounds out the series on Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock. All right? I mean, look, Jays fans, by the way, Vladdy Jr., hit another home run today. And you know what I'm going to do? Watch it live. That's a shot. That's a shot. Right down the line. The bat speed of this kid, just fantastic. All right, that's all I got to say. That's a lot of fun. Just watch a little bit of Vladdy Jr., Jays fans, and you'll be just fine, all right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. You guys enjoyed this video, and you guys enjoyed this game. Smack that like button. I do appreciate that. And a subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below. What'd you think of the game? What'd you think of Ryan Baracchi? What'd you think of the bullpen? Smoke. Everybody. I don't know what's going on there. Excuse me. And comment down below, guys, everything about this ball game, the future of the Jays. What do you guys want to see done with this team going into the August 31st deadline? And I will talk to you guys sometime next week. Evan and I haven't figured it out. Podcast edition. Links in the description for the podcast channel and for the podcast itself on iTunes. Twitter is down below. Follow up, send me a DM, do all that great stuff. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow night as the Blue Jays look to win their second straight and open up this 3-game series against the Tampa Bay Rays on the right note. All right, we're still not sure who the starter is for the Tampa Bay Rays tomorrow, but it's Marco Estrada for the Blue Jays. Looking for back-to-back good starts from him. 7:07 first pitch at Rogers Center. We'll talk to you guys then.